Hello everybody, welcome back to Just Gaming Today. Today we're going to play some more Talented. It seems like a fair number of folks are interested in this one, so let's give it a shot again. Not sure what I'm going to play today, so let's take a look. I don't think I unlocked the next one in the chain. We've played the Archer at Mastery 0. We've played the Wizard, I believe, at Mastery 2. The Warrior, maybe 3. The Warrior at 5. And then I think we played the Summoner at 7 or 6. I'm not sure. I have to go back and look. But what I was thinking is let's play the Archer with whatever the max mastery is here. So let's put mastery on 7. So let's see, 7 adds nicely 1 second longer after each night. Enemies gain 1% movement speed for each night. So about 20 seconds longer, 20% movement speed if we ended on 5 last time. So let's try 7. And then let's look at the skills here. So we had quick fire. I believe that's what we used at the 0 mastery when we were just unlocking the masteries. Then we have explosive trap. Place an explosive trap that deals your attack damage to all nearby enemies on impact, maximum of 15 traps. Now, there's a distinctive level of play here. With the traps, you can place the traps out, and as long as you can defend them, they kind of start to build up. You gain some momentum. You get kind of a trap in each lane. Then you get some protective value. When one goes away, you can put it back. So the trap play is pretty cool. We played the quick fire last time. That's your next 7 attacks have 50% increased attack speed. It's a pretty cool way to run things. Now the Archer runs off of energy, so you need to be able to generate energy to use these powers. This refreshes every 6 seconds. This refreshed every 10 seconds. We are limited by our energy, though. So let's go with the trap this time, see how this goes. And then let's go mastery level 7 and begin the run. So I'm going to go ahead and throw out a trap the moment I can. I always like testing out what our range is. Trying to, oh wow. Kind of got to keep an eye on how to use the trap there. At least at the lower levels, I think the trap is just going to be used to kind of fend off the hordes. If we can protect it, so be it. That'd be awesome. Also, right before the end of the run, you want to place a trap down if you have energy, because they do carry over. So this one trap that I have out will carry over to the next run. So we gained 4 talent points. We got a trap out. Lorge will now appear. So 4 talent points. Let's say we get offered in our little tree here. So it's important to note that, the tree is different every single time you play the game. So you're not going to get access to the same abilities. You're not getting access to the same talents. The tree is going to just be completely different each time. So we have 4 points here. We have knockback and attack speed. I think we're going to go up here and look at knockback. This rare here is charmed weapon increase, crit chance after an ability use. Meh. It's okay, I guess. If we end up going crit. Hail of arrows, your next 2 basic attacks fire in all 4 directions. I do like this one as an ability. Vortex generator is the epic here. All abilities gain an additional maximum charge and their cooldowns are reduced by 5 seconds. That's not bad, because it's just something that affects everything. So that's pretty cool. There's damage up floating around up there too, which I like. I think we're going to go ahead and go up here. We're going to get some experience up. I don't think that I can't. You have to keep remembering some of the things about the game here. As far as, I like Blast Quiver. But as far as, I don't think the Archer gets any extra energy within the tree. It's just, you get energy by accumulating certain talents. So I have 1 more point. I think we're going to go with the range up and attack speed up to get over here. We'll also expose more of the tree. So every time you take a talent, you in a certain direction, you're going to get to look farther. So this blast quiver, when we get it, your basic attacks have a 10% chance to explode, dealing 50% of your attack damage to surrounding enemies. And this will stack. So as you get more blast quivers, you get a higher percentage chance for it to happen. So it's a pretty good talent to just have in the bank. And then we have an energy collector here. So this is what I was talking about. Enemies have a 3% chance to drop a battery when killed. Batteries restore charge to a random ability. So, having a way to generate battery is good. Talent package. Discover a talent package to take over an area of the tree. Now, we haven't seen this in any of our builds so far yet. So when you take this, if I remember correctly, you essentially get to pick between 3 of the talent trees. And then this particular area that's in the circle becomes specific to that talent. So if you really, really like doing something and it falls into one of those talent packages, you take it, and it kind of transforms I believe it's the unselected talents that are floating out there into things that are within that talent package. So that's a really, really good one. And the cost is 0 too. So it's kind of an interesting way to kind of transform the entire area there. So we have 0 talent points. We're at level 5. Let's go. So again, I'm going to place, wish our range was just a little bit better. And the lorges are those big pumpkins that you see there. My speed is not high enough to save the day on that side. Oh. I always try and save these traps, but it's very difficult here early on to just get some accumulation. You just kind of, I actually placed the trap in the wrong space there. I'm going to take some damage, I think. Oh no. Oh man. That's okay. We might lose a level by not keeping that bonus the whole time. Let's see. So we made it to level 11. Okay, that's not bad. I was thinking we'd only be able to make it to 10, but we made it to 11. So maybe we lost out on that 12th level. But we have 6 talent points to distribute. Enemies gain will now spawn 10% more frequently. So we're already pretty pressured there. So we'll see how this works out. We want higher attack speed for sure. We also want this blast quiver. Before I take any other things, 2 damage up is really good there. Gumball collector. Enemies have a 3% chance to drop a gumball candy when killed. Gumballs grant 2% attack speed until the end of the night. So a way to kind of temporarily boost your attack speed for the run. So we have 4 points left. If I go straight for the epic, it's 2 points. Yeah, that's probably the play. Just get it out of the way. I don't think it really does anything for this one. Maximum charge and their cooldowns are reduced by 5 seconds. Oh, well, I can use it every second now. So it does affect this one. It just makes it super, super fast. So that's interesting. All right, 0 talent points. We are level 11. We have only 30 health, so we probably want to start looking for these health ups. I definitely want to grab this damage up and damage up. That's really powerful. And then if we go with this gumball collector, or, well, that might be the only way to get to it. That charmed weapon. Well, this charmed weapon, I was thinking it was a quiver, but charmed weapon, I don't know if I'm really, really focused on that yet. So probably start working our way, take this damage up, work our way up here. It's always good to have a little plan, although that plan can fall apart if different parts of the tree are exposed. You see something that you really, really want, you can make your way there. So let's see, next night. Right, let's put one down there. It is interesting having that ability right quick. So I got 3 of them laid down. This little bit of extra attack speed is helping quite a bit. Let's see if we can lay another one down. This exploding is good too because it's... Come on, let's keep it. Lost that one. That's all right. Put it back down. We can have a maximum of 15 of these, so you can see how this can get to be quite advantageous to start building up a little colony of these. I think that's the, oh, it managed to take out the top one. That's all right. Um, good with that. So 6 talent points. So we're starting with four batteries now, so we can put down 4 of them each run. We really need to get that ability. It lets us kind of lay down, collect some batteries from enemies as we kill them. Enemy waves will now contain an additional enemy. That's just fine. Damage up. So now we're at 6. The other thing that this one does is it increases the damage to arc explosive traps, so that's nice. Didn't really expose anything. So I'm going to take health up. That'll get us 35. Damage up gets us to 7. Experience up, I like. Definitely going with range up, and we're definitely going with this energy collector. So enemies have a 3% chance to drop a battery when killed, and batteries restore these charges. You can see the charge located down here. Okay. Oh, and we can actually take this now because it costs 0. Interesting. That will expose quite a bit of the tree. I want to make sure that I've taken everything. I think I've taken everything that I actually want in here. I don't see any damage up lurking. So let's check the talent tree. So you get 2 choices. I thought it was 3, but maybe you just get 2. So charged up says choose the talent tree to apply. Tons of ability charges, bonus packages create 4 additional rare talents. That's really nice. I like having additional ability batteries. More powerful bounties when activated more often. I don't remember what, I'm not sure what Discover is. I think you can reset this. I actually really like the charged up, so I'm just going to go ahead and take this. See what it does. Ooh, wow, that was a lot of changes. Well, we don't have any talent points at this point, so we'll have to look at it next, but that is an awful lot of rares to help us do some work here. And we picked up an epic and another ability. We'll take a look at that after the next night. We're level 17, 0 talent points, 35 health. Let's go. And you can kind of position yourself to lay down these traps, you know, before any monsters start coming. You just kind of shoot an arrow in that direction, and it kind of positions you to lay it. You have to be pointed in the direction you want to lay the trap down. So I have 1 more trap to lay down, unless I get an ability. And you can actually see the batteries. I'm going to lay 1 down there because I think I'm going to need it. You can actually see the batteries. You see those little coins that fall. Those are like little experience point gems or coins. I forget exactly what they're called. But those help you, you know, track your experience points as being collected. So we got 6 talent points. That seems to be the average after that first night. Enemies have 25% more health. That's going to be a little bit tough, but we have picked up those 2 damage ups. That's really nice. Okay, let's take a look at what we got here. So we did take this epic already. Bolstered weapon. Attack damage is increased by 3 for every 2 seconds after using an ability. Interesting. Give up to 2 random abilities an additional maximum charge. Ooh, that's kind of nice. I only have 1 ability right now, so I'm just going to be able to lay down a ton of traps. So we have bolstered weapon. We have the power cable. Yep, that's the same. We've already done energy collector. So it looks like we picked up a bunch of the power cables and a bunch of the bolstered weapons. I think that's just fine. And then what is this? Range up. Increases attack range. Yeah. So this one, gain 4 random common talents, 1 for each charge your abilities have. 1 for each charge your ability has. Each charge. Well, I have 4, so I assume I would get 4. Give 4. Oh, interesting. Give up the 2. Let's take a look at this. So if I take this, ooh, so that's now going to give 5. So I don't think we want to take this until we get as many of these or these power cords as possible. So let's go grab this one because that's behind 2 rares. And then we'll get a range up here or grab this other rare. Probably I'm going to grab this other rare just to have it. So now it's 7. Wow, that is really, really cool. I've never seen this before. It says maximum of 25 talents. Oh, I didn't see that we have one sitting down here too. Power cords anywhere else? I didn't realize it. I didn't think the circle stretched that. Oh yeah, just at the edge of it. Interesting. So there might be some up here too. Let's see. Can't really see up here. There might be some down here, but let's check this. Barricade. Place barricade for 15 seconds. It does 1 damage and knocks back all enemies that it hits. There's also a damage up here. This one we expose with blast cannon. Fire a piercing laser that deals 70 damage to all enemies, uses a charge from all other abilities, and fires another laser in a random direction per charge used. That's cool and dangerous all at the same time, because sometimes you want those ability charges to use on your own. So, give up to 2 random abilities an additional maximum charge. So I'm wondering if I messed up here. I'm just thinking out loud. Now, when I open up, let's say I go open up this ability here, the Hail of Arrows. When I open that up, does it have those extra charges from these power cords? Or did it need to be opened before I took the power card? That I don't know. So level 23, 35 health. We had all of our talent points used. Let's go to the next night and see how things go. I'm going to lay one down here to start. I guess it really doesn't matter because unless I get extra, batteries, I'm really limited to, oh, there it is. There's one. So I got some extra batteries. I like that. Looks like I need them because now that they have more health, they're getting farther along the pathway here. Yeah. I would also love to see some more knockback. I don't know that I'm going to invest, like work my way in the tree to get that, but being able to knock them back even ever so slightly is super helpful. I do want to use these. Yeah, I used all of them. So I did get some extra, mines out, so that's good. 7 talent points this time. I like that. Reinforcements crawlies will now appear. We're heading towards what night? 6? I think, yeah, 6 out of 20. Okay. So I'm thinking I want to do an experiment here. So let's do attack speed and Hail of Arrows and look. So Hail of Arrows only has 3. My suspicion is I really needed to take this before I took the power cords. So when we go up and get this power cord, let's go ahead and do that real quick and see what happens. Yes. Unfortunately, I didn't know that, but now we do. Now you know. So if you're playing, take the ability first and then use the power cords. That's okay though. Learn it as we go. Now that we have a second ability opened up, wow, that's amazing. Oh man, that's wild. So I don't know if I'm taking this until I'm a min-maxer, so I would like to take that at 25. Okay, well, let's go here. I'm not sure about this one, but I am sure about going up and getting this other power cord. So let's do that. We've got 0 talents. We're at 30, 30th level, 40 health, and we have these 2 abilities now: my explosive trap and Hail of Arrows. And Hail of Arrows is 2 basic attacks, fires in all directions. So let's go. So I'm gonna go here, do that. The spiders are a little worrisome because they just move so randomly. It just kind of gets everything out of sorts. So they're kind of more, they are dangerous, but they're very annoying because they cause you to kind of panic because they move in such a way that you're like, oh man, it's I got to get them, and then they haven't moved or they move while you're shooting, and just causes you to kind of get out of sorts there a little bit. And that's their intention, I'm sure. All right. Well, we deployed all of our mine charges, so that's good. Um, we accumulated some mines again, so that's good. So I have 6 talent points. I don't think we took any damage, so 6 is probably the most we could have earned there. Enemies have 10% more movement speed. It's always worrisome. So we're going to take the power cord. Now we have 5 and 9. Do we work our way over here? Attack damage to increase by 3 for each 2 seconds. For 2 seconds after using an ability. 3 damage is really good. I think. Not sure what's over here. That's attack speed is increased by 20% for 2 seconds after using an ability. I think we have a route over here. Now this is the vortex shrink ray. Fire a beam of energy, applying shrink to all enemies in a direction, then duplicating them. Barricade. It does give health. All right, well let's go this way. I don't think. Yeah, just to finish it off, let's get that bolstered weapon. I do like that one. Not sure we'll work our way over here, but let's go health. That exposed another energy collector, so that's a good thing too. But it's a little ways off, so I think that might be our next, time we go round. But let's expose some more over here and see what we got. Here we got a little bit of a crit. Yeah, just adding crit isn't terrible. Invoked weapon. Your base attacks fire an additional arrow for 2 seconds after using an ability. So that's really good because we're getting quite a bit of energy charges here. So having these energy charges on our abilities like that, that's an awful lot of abilities we're able to kind of fire off, and we can keep those extra attacks, extra damage, extra attack speed. I think that's a good build there. Start layering these on. We're going to be okay. Also, there's another damage up over here, which is quite nice. And we're up to 14 now. Okay. I'm going to go down here and add that real quick. Let's add another one over here. I think once we get our maxed if we ever can get maxed, I don't know. It's a little difficult to keep all these alive. Let's try and keep them alive with the arrows and stuff. It is a lot to ask to keep all of them alive. Need some more talents that affect my arrows. You see, they're going faster. They have a lot more speed. What I might start doing is just laying down the mines on the sides and then keeping maybe one mine above and below as some protection, but trying to accumulate them on the side so I have more protection in at least 2 directions, and then I can focus a little more and kind of let the other ones hit a mine every once in a while. We'll see how it goes. 7 talent points. Enemies have 5% increased chance to be an elite. We have 7 points. So I always hide this. I wish there was an ability. I don't think there's a way in the settings to hide it all the time. I don't like it being open all the time. So let's see. I'm not sure I don't mind having barricade. Let's just do more abilities. We would start with 2 of them. It only lasts for 15 seconds, so I don't know. I guess can certainly go that way. We don't have to take it. We can see what's over here. I want to get that damage up anyway. So let's let me go up here and get this battery instead. Work towards that damage up. I want to see what's over here if we can. So a little bit of knockback, a little bit of experience, energy collector. What do we see? Killing 15 enemies heals 5 health points. I like that. It's attack speed, attack speed. So we could go over there and get very, very close. This is range up and attack speed. Let's go here, here, and here, and just see what's over here too. So enchanted weapon. So we're seeing a lot of these enchanted weapons everywhere. So those are going to be nice to pick up as we go along. So next time we're definitely going for the damage up. I'm not sure about the barricade because you only get 4 abilities here. So you gotta be okay with what you get. I don't really care for this one either so much. So, but I do like this damage up. So either way, getting 2 range ups, a speed, and a damage up, that's 4 really valuable points. But having another ability puts more charges into this guy too. So there's some advantages, and getting things earlier lets you use them for more nights. So we're at 43rd level. We have 50 health, 0 talents. Let's go to the next night. You also see these colored enemies that each have special powers. You can look up the special powers, I believe, in game. I always forget what the powers are. I think the red is more health, the purple. I'm not even going to attempt it. We'll go through it maybe in the next video. We'll take a look at the color system. I used to know it back when I was playing originally. I read through it and was using that to my advantage. Knowing the colors and knowing what's going to happen, sometimes they cause them to split, sometimes they're ghosts. Like I think the ghosts can avoid your traps, maybe. I'm not sure. Didn't look like you could. I would think that might be their ability. I need to start laying down more traps too. Yeah. I think I laid all the traps down. So the other thing with these energy, you want to, things that stick around from night to night, you want to just lay them down if you can. So 6 talent points, nights now feel 5 seconds longer. It feels 5 seconds longer means it's 5 seconds longer. Let's grab this to see what's over here. Don't really see anything there. This enchanted weapon is 2, and I can also, no, I can't. I haven't taken any damage yet. There's also a damage up over here. Tell you what, let's go ahead and grab this to see what was over here. I don't think there's anything of interest down below. This gumball is kind of cool if we get to the 3-point mark, but I think we're going to look over here and see what we can find. So we have a knockback, attack speed, and an attack speed. And we opened up Brutal Bounty. Killing 15 enemies grants 3 bonus attack damage for 5 seconds. So this part of the tree here seems to be the killing the enemies for bonuses. The other part over here seems to be using abilities give you bonuses. Really like to find some more abilities. I might be stuck just getting this barricade, but it is what it is. So 0 talent points left. I am level 49. I have 50 health. Going into the next night. Sometimes also with this game, I'll warn you. You're cruising right along, everything seems fine, and then all of a sudden, the game comes for you, and it gets the very next night. Just having one little upgrade really just wreaks havoc on your plans. So especially at the higher mastery levels, it can get very difficult just by one little upgrade. So be very careful, that you're paying attention and doing your best. I'm guilty of not doing that. So I think the purples have that extra shield too, but it gets tough. It just ramps up really quickly on some of those bonuses. So just pay attention and, kind of make sure you're ready for it. It is there is a little bit of skill involved here. You know, it's not just building your character and you just completely dominate. Some of the characters, like the wizard with those orbs, you just keep pressing buttons. You get so many orbs. Even at higher levels, it gets very difficult. But, you know, for a long time, you can just play that orb build and just dominate. You know, things have a very difficult time getting to you. So many of those orbs are flying around. You see now also with this character, I'm able to build up a lot of these mines. So pretty soon, I'm not even going to be able to lay down a mine. Or it replaces a mine. I can't remember. Like night 9, we're almost halfway through. 6 talent points, enemies have 10% more movement speed. All right, so here we're looking at snagging this health regen for killing enemies. Tell you what, let's work our way up here. Take a look at this. Ooh, we got an epic. Your basic arrow attacks fire an additional arrow, and your shots are a fabulous pink color. Interesting. That is definitely something we want to go towards. And frost trap. So we can go more into traps. This is kind of what I was looking for. I wanted something to put more traps down. And so I think we're going to continue on this path up here. Let's see. We got the damage up. That's in the direction we wanted to go anyways. So brutal bounties next. We'll probably work up and get this legendary before we try and go get this. This is really, really good, it looks like. Plus, pink color. Gotta like that. All right, level 55. We have 55 hit points. That's pretty cool. 0 talents. We have our 2 talents here, or 2 abilities there. Yeah, and I've maxed it out. So right now you can see the mines. It doesn't let me lay one down. So I might start letting some mines explode. Not, only if I have to, you know. So there's one. I can start using it because using the abilities, I get to get extra bonuses for a few seconds afterwards. So having just a few activate every once in a while really kind of helps add to my character's damage and my ability to just kill things on my own. Really like a lot more range. The range up and down is good, but the range side to side is different. So as you start each level, if you're curious about how far your arrows will go, you just fire arrows into the sides over here and see where they go to. I think I'm almost to the point where I can fire most of the way, yeah, all the way. So I think I can start hitting things coming from the top and the bottom almost as soon as they come out of the gates. On the sides, you see I'm a little bit limited to that kind of 5 tile, I believe. So 5 talent points. Treadle Twin will now appear. Enemies have 10% more movement speed. We're exactly halfway through. There are 20 knights. So with 5 talent points, we're definitely going to grab the Brutal Bounty. And then let's take a look. So we do have a mystery over here. Attack speed. I think we're going straight for this epic though. So experience up, that'll help. Knockback, and range up. And also the spark quiver is quite nice. Ooh, what is this? Stim pack. Give yourself a boost, fully restoring your health points and granting 1 attack damage until the end of the night. I think we had that last time. So these two are very good. I do like these both. All right. And actually, we're not far away from this epic too. So this is a really good spot to be. And then we expose something here. So when you see these little ghost images, or no, we didn't expose. It's just telling us it's down there. Once we get these greens, so we'll get through this epic. I'll probably go over, looks like we need to go this way. That's another gumball collector. You need to open these greens up so we can snag this. Or sorry, not this one, this one. We're at 14. If we open 2 more, so 2 more, this has how many? It has 4, and this one has 2. So that would be 6 on top of this 14. So we get about 20. At 20 points, I'd probably just snag this. So 0 talent points, level 60, 55 health. Let's go. Yeah, so we're about 5 over. So twins means 2 of those little trees. So, and also if you haven't watched any of these before, that little meter on the bottom right hand corner where it says skill, then it's tracking a number, that's basically telling you, hey, I've killed this many things without taking any damage. And the more things you can kill without taking damage, you get extra special experience point bonuses. So right now I'm at a gifted level. That gifted level grants me 25% experience. So if you want to maximize the amount of ability points that you get during a run, you really do need to kind of keep that going, and getting higher and higher without taking any damage is quite important to have that bonus XP, and you'll get a lot more talent points that way. As I speak, I'm trying my best to die. Not really, but okay, I did all right. So no damage. That was night 11, 6 talent points. Enemy waves will now contain an additional enemy. Enemies will now spawn 10% more frequently. So things are going to just start happening faster and faster. Now, we did put ourselves in a position for this legendary. We're going to grab that. So having 2 arrows fire at the same time, very, very nice. Now, we did say, I want to get that epic, but I really want the spark quiver, but I want these abilities. So let's start working our way up there. We have crit, attack speed, and I can get the gumball collector. Ooh, what's this? Vortex aimbot. Gain 25% critical strike and automatically aim for 5 seconds. Still think these two are the way I want to go. Let's get the gumball collector, and then we're 1, 2, 3 away from that. 1, 2, 3, 4 away from this talent package. But I do want to take, I think I want to take the stim pack before I take the talent package, but charmed weapon over there too. Well, so far I like where this is going. I do wish we had more abilities. The archer is very, very powerful once you have all the abilities because everything's based on charges. Basically, you just have all these abilities available right at the start and you can just start blowing stuff up. Now, if you use them too judiciously, then you end up in a spot where you have no charges left and you're just kind of working on your basic attack. But we'll hopefully be able to do our run pretty good here. We'll try it. Night 12, we're level 66, 55 hit points. Ooh, that looks nice, having 2 of the arrows coming out. And also the arrows, each of those arrows have a chance to explode now. Because remember, we have 1 spark quiver. So they have a 10% chance to explode, which also really, really helps us quite a bit. All right. So, and also remember on the multi hail of arrows, you can just sit here and kind of wait and kind of wait for things to get in range and then fire then. Now, sometimes you're not going to be able to wait. You just kind of got to go. But if you wait, you can kind of try and hit at least 3 with a hail of arrows would be nice. But right now, things are going really well. And I've got good amount of battery packs, so I'm not too afraid of using the Herald of Arrows once I get a chance here. Yeah, I use those too fast, but these spiders too, they stop, you think they're going to go, and then they stop. Okay, I think we're good there. All right, well, that was really, really good. Night 12 survived 9 talent points. So now we can really truck around the tree quite a bit there. And that's what I mean by getting that streak, keeping that streak alive is really important because it probably only would have, if I would have gotten hit at any point during the night, probably would have only got 7 or so. And those 2 points really do make a big difference. Nights on field 5 seconds longer. Specialization, enemies have 5% increased chance to be elite. All right, so let's get our ability here. This is going to be Frost Trap. So we start laying Frost Traps down. Place a trap dealing 100% of your attack damage and applying Frostbite to all nearby enemies on impact. So now we can lay, oh, it's a maximum of 15 traps. I'm wondering if that shares a trap count with the explosive trap. We'll find out. I hope not, but as I'm reading this, I think it will. Unfortunately, we do have a damage up here, but I think we want to go over Very appealing, but I think we want to get all the way over and take the stim back too. Oh, I have one. Oh, it costs two. That's right. Oh, we got another one here. Well, let's take the health up for right now. Where do I want the range? Let's snag the range. All right. So 0 talent points. I'm hoping that this doesn't share, but I'm starting to think it does. That would be unfortunate. All right. If it does share, it's gonna stink. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, good. Okay, I feel better about that because I was like, oh no, I just wasted an ability right after I took it. All right, so I'm just going to start laying these down everywhere. Just more layers of defense, kind of building that castle around you. And I do like this as a kind of a tower defense game. You know, it's not a tower defense game because we're not building towers, but it is kind of a tower defense game because we're the tower. So I think that's a pretty cool way to build this game. You know, I think of it as a tower defense game myself, and it's just because I feel like we're the tower. We're the you know the focus of these enemies, and they're trying to get to us, and that's very similar to you know what a tower defense game would do. So I do find it intriguing. I also like the idea of building your character up. I feel like you're a character as well, and you know, building out a build. You know, you have say in how your character is going to go to some extent because you have that tree, and that tree is different every time. So every time you play, it's a little different. You can fool around with the mastery levels, making it harder. I believe there's that endless wave now. I've never done that, and there's other maps for you to run now too, which I haven't done any of those yet, so I'll have to explore those as well. Night 13, 9 talent points. Enemies have 10% less knockback. Enemy waves will now contain an additional enemy. So that's kind of cool. Let's go down here. So stim pack. So now we have 9, 5, 4, 2. I don't see any power chords available. So without any power chords, I think we're going to go down and you're going to see this go mad. This is going to be absolutely sick here. Because what it does, what this is saying is 20 random common talents. So every single one of these, like crit up, range up, attack speed, damage up, all of these are just common talents. So when we take this, we're going to have 20 of those applied to our stats. So watch the damage. Hopefully we hit a lot of damage. I would really like that. So you have to use one there, and this is going to cost 2. That's pretty amazing. So I would have liked to have min-maxed that a little more, but I feel 20 is probably about where you want to be with this one. This looks insignificant, kind of, but it's not. You start at 5 damage and going to 12 is bonkers, especially now that we're firing multiple arrows. So everything behind us in this tree, I believe, is pretty much gone. We don't really need it. This gumball we might go collect. It's not terrible, but it's 3 points to get to it. I think there's some better use of our points at the moment. That can change. So let's go look around here. Yeah, so we're 2 away from a damage there, and we're 1 away from a damage here. So let's do a damage up. Now we're at 13. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab these 2 so we can... Ooh, another damage there too. That's awesome. So we have 1 more point. We did expose another epic. Safety must, you gain 0.25 knockback power and an extra life, resurrecting with 50% health, instantly killing all enemies after death. Again, really good. We're already going in that direction, and I'm definitely taking the damage up. So now, in that one implementation of our talent points, we increased our damage by 6. So we went from 9 to 15. Our attack speed went way faster. Our critical strike is 20%. I think it was 14 before. Vast improvement with those 20 points. Just kind of randomly going in. So we have all of our abilities now. So we're looking at heading up here for this epic. We have energy collector. We also need to snag this here. So the spark quiver, that was the other thing that was of interest. Oh, also, let's use this. So spark quiver is outside of our deployment. So let's use this. More powerful bounties that activate more often. Fire tons of homing missiles. Orbit by bit. Fire arrows that orbit the archer and power them up. So maybe this is kind of like the orbs. Tons of homing missiles. For a bit more powerful bounties that activate more often. Bonus packages create 4 additional rare talents. Oh, okay. So the reason I got so many rare talents last time is because I chose the one that was the bonus. So you see how this says bonus package? Instead of getting the smaller complement of rares, I got the larger one for just taking this one. So go ahead and take this. I don't remember what bounties do, so let's see. Okay. Well, that looks like a lot of extra stuff. So this didn't change. I had Gumball Collector, so that's cool. So inside scoop, all bounty talents require 3 less kills to complete. I don't have any bounty talents, so maybe this wasn't a good selection, but killing 50 enemies. Oh, maybe this is it. Savage bounty. Okay. So I don't have a bounty ability. They're bounty talents. So as I take this, these will happen more often. Bountiful bounty. Killing 30 enemies grants a huge stack of experience gems. Wow, that's going to be cool. So you have a savage bounty, a brutal bounty. So that's attack speed, damage. We still have the spark quiver, which is good. Charmed weapon. Didn't change any of those. It added a savage bounty over here. What is this? Bought out. Every 15 seconds, all bounty talents activate automatically. Wow. All right, I do like that. And I'm sure the other ones are just as good. The reason I took the bounty was just the extra 4 rares that would transform in the tree. So we have a lot of fun to go through on the next one. We're level 84. We have 80 health now. So we went from 55 health to 80 health. That's huge. And then we now have stim pack, and we have, which helps us add even more damage for the night, but also can restore health if we need it. And, we need to lay down some more frost traps and build those up as well. Oh, and we still have this invoked weapon, which is pretty cool too. Just add another arrow to our basic attacks for 2 seconds after every ability use. All right, next night. Let's see how we do. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up. I didn't mean to press that one. I'm going to go ahead and set up the stim pack once, just so that way I have it with an extra damage point. I'm going to try my best to keep these this streaks of kills going so we can get as deep into the talent tree as we can. It seems to be going okay at the moment, so I do like where this build is going. I'm able to attack so much faster. Yeah, it's almost to the point now where I can go ahead and kind of hold the key down and have a work with that. Also, you see the stim pack only has 2 charges, so when you collect batteries, it kind of goes to a random ability that needs energy. So you can go ahead and use that stim pack, and you'll get some things back as you're going through with these. The ability to collect these batteries on our kills. You'll get the stim pack back. So I always like to just have 1 stim pack. I also don't really monitor that lower number all that much. They're really small, so they're hard to see. But I have all my traps out, 11 talent points. Enemies receive 10% less knockback. Enemies have 10% more movement. 11 talent points is really, really nice. Um, okay. So I think we wanted to go get this one here. So we have the inside scoop. All bounty talents receive 3 less kills to complete them. Ah, now it says 12 instead of 15. That's really cool. I'm definitely getting this. And we're going to grab this. So I think this might be one where we kind of flesh out these bounties if we can. Do we have any more of those hats? These guys. Inside scoop. There's one over there. Don't see any over there. Inside scoop is really nice with the way you can. So we got one there. So let's go ahead and it looks like I know there's a damage up over here, but I think we're better off. How far away was this? This was only 2, so I want to get that spark quiver. Let's go do that. 8% chance to fire another attack in the same direction. That's really good. So let's start working up towards this. I can get that extra inside scoop. So now every 9 enemies. So really, it's going to happen quite a lot. This deep into a run, I'm probably killing 9 enemies every 5 seconds anyways. Energy collector, savage bounty, another one of those. Oh, I didn't even notice we were all the way up here. I could have just taken that one. But this extra savage bounty is really good. Yeah, I think we're going to end up taking all these anyways. I think this is our next area of glory. And then go up to the safety mush and really help us out and try and make sure that we can complete the run regardless. So we're level 95. We have 80 health, a ton of extra power here, 0 talent points. Let's go to Nate. I think 15. Let's go ahead and use. And now you can start kind of sending arrows downstream. You know, you're able to attack so quickly that you can kind of just machine gun some arrows down. And then when you get that pop with the hail of arrows, you can really start, banging away on the arrows going down. And also, every time you hit that sim pack, you're increasing your damage every single time you hit that. So we're already back to 2. We did lose a trap there, which is fine. Just means I have, to lay down one more. So not a big deal. Do that. Let's lay down another trap. These freezing traps are nice too because it just, if they hit it, which they're going to, all right. Yeah, sometimes the things flying at me scare me a little bit, but they're actually like just extra experience points. So we're going to get a lot of experience points in this one because we have that super bounty thing. So we did get 11 talent points again. Queen will now appear. Enemies waves will now contain an additional enemy. We have 11 talents to use. I really, really like that. So let's go up here and grab this one. Every 15 seconds, all bounty talents activate again. We're going to grab this. Let's grab the hat again. So now 3 less again. So now we're down to killing 6 enemies to make that happen. We're going to get the energy collector and the savage bounty. The energy collector, again, just giving me more % chance to get those batteries. All right, did we get all the quivers that were down here? I think so. I don't think we had a quiver over here anywhere. Now this gumball is more experience points. We do have this bolstered weapon and a sanguine bounty sitting over here, but I think we want to get that other epic, which is right here. Backpack. So this your basic attacks fire an additional arrow every 2 seconds using an ability. For 2 seconds using an ability. You have another inside scoop there and our spark quiver. So one more inside scoop and we've got the maximum reduction, I believe. Yeah, so it would be 5. This is spark quiver, which is really, really nice. And Safety Mush is really good. So this one was a cheap one to get to, so I think that was a good play. You don't see any damage. It really gets hard to find everything. There's one more here. I think we want to push up to this epic over here. So let's get experience up. That's only going to help us, get closer. Then as we go up this tree too, we're going to expose more and hopefully see another legendary somewhere. That would be nice. Spark Quiver is good, but it's 1, 2, 3. That's not bad. We're going to go snag that too. All right. Well, remember to do Safety Mush if we can next time. We are level 106. We have 85 health now, and we're going on to the next night, which is night 16. And I explained the bottom part of the UI. So that bottom right corner is what tracks your streak of kills. Now we haven't killed enough for that to show up quite yet. That's okay. But you see, I used that ability and now I'm firing 3 arrows for 2 seconds after that. Go ahead and use that. Oh, I thought I had one more charge left on that. That's okay. I actually want them to kind of hit these traps occasionally, so that way I can use that as an ability to, let's do that. So I can use that as an ability to increase my further attacks. So I don't know if having 2 trap skills is where I want to be, but if I built this again, I would probably take another active ability. And I might not be as afraid of that ray that would steal a charge from every ability, mostly because I just have so many charges on these traps that I really can't do much with. Unfortunately, they're just kind of sitting there, like having 9 charges and 4 charges. I've got 13 charges sitting on traps that I really am not using because the creatures aren't getting close enough. At higher masteries, that might change, but at this mastery level here, I think we're okay, with not having 2 traps. If I can go back, I would take away one of the trap choices, but that's okay. We're still doing good. So that time we got 13 talent points. That's a high point for the run so far. Fortitude enemies have 20% more health. Enemies have 5% increased chance to be elite. Let's spend our points. This is the fun part for me. All right, let's go up here. Let's snag the epic. Got a lot more knockback now. Charmed weapon, brutal bounty, and spark quiver. I'm gonna grab this. Ooh, let's see what that is too. Grab this damage too. Just what's our damage at now? Probably 16. Okay. Critical timing landing. A critical strike reduces the cooldown of a random ability by 1 second. But I do like energy collectors, so that would be okay. This is really good. When I say I just don't know if it's helpful for us because we're already getting these pretty often. So I don't know. It would probably help with this one here. 15 seconds is a long time. Where was that other quiver? We did get this quiver. We have another quiver over here. Enchanted weapon. Another quiver there. We got this one. I might start heading over this way and just see what I can grab. It's a gumball. That's a sanguine bounty. Ooh, another damage. Probably charmed weapon or head down here. Let's go ahead and grab that for 1 point. It's just another rare to have. Having those rares are pretty powerful. So as many blues and purples and of course legendaries that you can grab. Of course, it does increase your power quite a bit. Level 119, we have 95 health. Next night is night 17. So hopefully we can make it through a few nights here. Yeah, complete this one. Yeah, so what I was going to say last time, and I got kind of sidetracked explaining that bottom again. The top right corner of the UI has the night countdown. So each sliver of that pie is telling you kind of how far along you are for the night. So right now we're about a quarter of the way through, and I think it's eighth, so we're about what 3/8 of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So I have 8 slices of that pie. Once it reveals that bottom portion, we're going to be halfway through. You can also click that little 1x and you can make this action faster, so the monsters will move faster. I like and dislike that. For certain classes I like it, for other classes I don't. For this class, I think you're kind of busy with stuff, so unless you're just so ultra powerful that you're just killing everything all at once every single time, I just kind of leave it at 1x. I don't find the timing all that annoying. I don't think it's super slow. I don't think it's super fast. So I'm okay with the way things are set within the game at the moment. So I just go 1x. On the summoner, if I can get like a billion orbs out at the start, and I don't really care how fast the monsters are, they're generally not getting through. So, I don't mind setting that up to a higher speed. That's from my memory in the past. So there's been a lot of updates since then. So now we're at 13 talent points again. Enemies have 10% more movement speed. Enemies have 25% more health points. So let's continue. 13 is an awful lot to spend, so that's really, really good. Let's go grab the gumball collector. So gumball collector, we have one. Enemies have a 3% chance to drop a gumball candy when killed. Gumballs grant 2% attack speed until the end of the night. So I do like that. Having extra attack speed is really quite good. I didn't expose anything over here, so let's go down and grab. I at least want this collector, but let's see what else. Another package. Oh, I like that. Let's grab this energy collector. There's a damage and a damage there. I think I want some more health. Heals 5 health. Range, knockback. Attack speed is increased 20% 2 seconds after using an ability. Ooh, what's this one? 3-hit mechanic. Every third attack has double attack damage. Wow, that's really nice. We're gonna go here and level up and look at this talent package here. Hopefully it doesn't change this, but I'm probably actually I can take this now. Okay, so again, minefield, upgrade your traps. We have 2 traps, so it might be good to take that. Orbit by bit. Fire arrows that orbit the archer and power them up. Military grade. Fire tons of homing missiles. I've gone with the extra bonuses, so let's drive the bonuses again. Let's see what we get. So I haven't seen a lot of these before. So Gust Quiver. Your attacks have a 5% chance to fire an additional basic attack with orbital arrows after a delay. Orbital arrows can hit enemies in any lane. We have 0 talent points left, but we have quite a bit of stuff to work through now. I wish these blues would have been in here on our way to this epic, but quite a few were exposed. So, and then we also have this Typhoon. Your first 5 shots each day fire an additional orbital arrow. Your orbital arrows are guaranteed to critically strike. Ooh, man, that's a lot of stuff going on. We got multiple Gust Quivers too. Vortec, your basic attacks deal an additional 1 damage for every 2 range traveled. It's all Vortec armaments. Okay. I'm good with that. We're level 132. We have 110 health. We got quite a bit of health out of that too. I don't think we have any traps to lay down. So we're just going to go with what we have. Man, those big bounties of experience points scare me because I'm like, oh no, a monster got through. And it's just a big bag of experience coming at me. You can see the bag when it hits. All right, so my further explanation, after I'm scaring myself here, further explanation is up at the top right-hand corner, you've got of the UI, you've got your character, you've got the level, your experience points bars right below the picture of your character. So you know when you're going to level up. Sometimes knowing when you're going to level up is a good thing. because you have powers that happen when you level up. So you might want to glance at that experience point bar when you're playing a character that has accumulated some ability or talent that lets something fire off when you level up. So you can kind of hold off. You just need one more monster to kill, and then some superpower Nova is going to hit. You can wait until you clear that one monster, and then bam, everything happens, and it goes off, and you're having a big wave of monsters die. So you can do that. Right below that, you can hover over each and every one of those little boxes that you see below. Each one of those boxes is your legendary, epics, and rares that you've taken. So they're going to let you kind of remember without having to find them in the tree. It'll let you remember what kind of powers you have, because sometimes it's been a while since you took one. You can hover over them and figure them out. So I got 11 talent points that time. Enemies will now spawn 10% more frequently. Enemy waves will now contain an additional enemy. So we're heading into night 19. So we only have 2 more nights left. That's important because we only have so many talent points. Now, I do want to get this. Having that extra attack, just killing on the damage. We have a gust quiver over here too. Okay. And we have 3 more points left. What is this? Your critical strike chance is tripled. Wow. So we did expose the Prosperous Portal. These portals take you somewhere else. I haven't used them yet. I think they're more useful in a legendary run, or sorry, the endless run, where you just keep going and going and going. But for a 20-night run, I don't know that they're all that useful. But I could be wrong. So Spark Quiver, we're going to take that. I'm going to go up and grab this damage and this gumball. Now, we only have 1 more night. So we're going to get probably 11 more points. I'm probably going to grab these 2 points here and then just grab as many of these things as I can here with these rares. I'm not going to try and go for this legendary. It is out there. I could probably get it if I just wanted it. If it was really, really good, I'd go for it. But getting all of these rares, they're right there for the taking, and getting this other epic, I think that's probably the way to go. We also have 2 just sitting here too, Gust Quiver and Sanguine Bounty. So yeah, I'll probably have to, these 2 I definitely want to get. And then you got just a ton of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. So I'd have to get 12 to get everything I wanted, but I can leave behind some of the bounties. This and this I definitely want. So we are level 143. We have 115 health going into night 19. Now, night 19 is the second to last night. So night 20 is the last night in the standard run. Now you're starting to see some of these larger arrows. So those larger arrows are what we're talking about. That's going to be the third attack. So every third attack is going to be these massive arrows. I like that it graphically shows you, hey, look at this. These massive arrows that are taking damage. Or that do tons and tons of damage. So I do really like that. Them being pink is just extra bonus. It's funny. Yeah, and you can see my traps are there, but I'm never really using them anymore. These circling arrows are quite good. And then being able to just clear each lane with these massive arrows and stuff is quite cool. It's become more of a silly build at this point. I don't think we'll be challenged in level 20. Like I said, sometimes you hit some random stuff that cause you some issues. And also this looks like it would just decimate things for multiple levels. I think it probably would. But level 20 is what we need to get through. We got just 1 more slice for this night. So we use those things. And also, like, you can see these little countdowns for my abilities. There are things you can add on that reduce those countdowns as you go through. So we got 301 kills in a row. I think we've done really, really well as far as taking damage. I don't think we've done a lot of that. Oh, sorry, I forgot to click on that. And we did get 12. So the first thing I want to do is this one. This Tycoon is really, really good. Your first 5 shots each day fire an additional arrow that orbits. Additionally, your orbital arrows are guaranteed to critically strike. I think the second sentence is the most important of that one. Just being able to critically strike with the orbitals is really good. Um, Gust Quiver. I think we're going to use 2 here to get another Gust Quiver. I think the quiver is more important than some of the other armament ones. This one's probably bridged too far. So let's put in our, I think I want health over the knockback. So we have 1 blast quiver. We have no more quivers. Now we don't have any of these vortex. So your basic attacks deal an additional 1 damage for every 2 range traveled. Let's grab that. Range up. And I have 3 points left. That's armaments. It's still the same 1. Vortex armaments. Vortex armaments. Sanguine bounty. Not sure about that. So we have 3. 2. Just take a look-see here. We did grab these 2. I think we're still going that way, but I'm just checking for goodies. All right, I think we're just going to go that way because we're already pretty super powerful. So we would just be even more obnoxiously powerful if I find something really, really cool. So let's just go ahead and take some of these. I'm going to take multiple Vortex ones. So we have 0 talent points. We're level 155 with 120 health going into night 20. And then now you see that red glow. That's the Typhoon ability that we did. So having that, just kind of fire off, just kind of set your night up for a lot of success, as you can see. And also you can see that even though we only fired 5 orbital arrows, each one of those arrows fired twice because we have an ability there. And then we also have abilities that let us to maybe potentially fire 3. So getting those going, right off the bat, to really just set you up to have quite a bit of kills on your kill list. So it's pretty cool. So where this game gets a lot harder is when you get into the higher level masteries. This is mastery 7, and even though we had only played 1 run with the archer, you do still have a lot of power in the tree itself. So it's not definitely invested in that starting package that you have. You can see with this character, we are very, very powerful at this point. We're halfway through the night. We've taken no damage. We've done 243 kills. Every time I shoot, I'm firing all kinds of extra stuff. Either the arrows are exploding, there's firing multiple arrows. Every time I use an ability, I get more damage, attack speed, and range. And it's pretty obnoxious, which is cool. I like the absurdity of this at some point. But not all of these runs will be like this. It really depends on how you build your tree, how you're able to string together your kills to maximize your experience points to fill out the tree. So there's a lot of criteria that goes into a successful run. I've certainly had my failed runs, and I'm sure that I'll have one at some point. So far this time, we've been doing pretty good. So we did kill 250 enemies with orbital arrows in a single run as the archer. So it must be an achievement they added. I did reset the game, so maybe I don't think it reset achievements. Okay, so our archer specific now. Choose a talent package that will appear in your future runs. So we have straight through, pierce through enemies and get bonuses when you do. Your more critical strike chance and gain bonuses whenever you crit. Discover new abilities and sources of homing missiles. I know nothing about this one. Let's choose that. So now it's going to give me this. It opens up now the starting page, and I'll go through that when we finish the game here. You'll have an additional selection. So you can either crit up, gain 4% critical strike chance, or increase attack range by 0.2. Either one are good. It just depends on how you want to go about this run. If you want to do more critical strikes, of course, range is always good. So having a 0.2 extra range is very, very good. Go up again. Choose a talent package that will appear in your future runs again. So this one's discover more powerful quiver talents. I do like that. Pierce certain enemies and get bonuses. Critical hit. I'm going to go with the quiver talents. I like the quivers because they sometimes give you extra arrows, exploding arrows, freezing arrows, all that stuff. Really cool. Get another one here. Ooh, shinies. More loot that drops more often. Pierce and critical. I'm going to go with more loot. Then we have Pierce and critical. I'm going to go with Pierce. And we're almost. So we ran, the archer had 0 mastery, right? So I had 0 points, heading that into this. I had unlocked that very first piece. So since we did so well, we also unlocked mastery levels 8 and 9. I'm probably going to try level 9 next time. We'll see, because it might be a bridge too far for a brand spanking new unlock, because I think we unlocked the next guy with mastery level 8. We'll take a look at that too. But really, really successful run here. I was quite happy with that. I wasn't sure that was going to happen. So let's go back to main menu. Let's play real quick. I'm not going to play another game, but I wanted to show you. So when you have the archer here now, you can see the highest level I've attained is 7. That's what dictates what's on the next screen here. The highest mastery level that I've attained is 7. So that's the one we just ran, the mastery level 7. And there's this thing called challenges, which we haven't done any yet. And we'll get into that as we go along with this series. If the series stays alive, so more people that watch, the better chance you have that I'm going to keep doing this. So standard. Let's take a look. So we do see mastery levels 8 and 9. Now we see these are colored for this particular character. Now you see that additional option here, and you see that the explosive trap is still selected from our last run. Now let's go back and see. We open up a character, I believe, with mastery level 8. So we've already done the wizard. He's level 5. We've run mastery 3. The warrior's level 6 and does mastery level 5. And the summoner was level 6 and did mastery level 5. I think I was a little bit afraid to kind of go into that next one. Oh, we didn't open up the character. Complete the game on mastery level 8. Oh, we did it on 7. So we just unlocked 8. So next time we'll have to use another one of the characters that we've previously used. So that means we would either do the ninja. We might do the ninja and try that again, because that's the one I have the least experience with. If there's another one that you'd like me to, make a run with, let me know in the comments, and I'll run that one. No preference here. I don't know if I'll succeed, but we have no preference. Okay, well, this was another successful run. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you like, don't like, and I'll see you on the next run. Thank you very much. Take care, everybody.